Welcome everyone to an old school showdown between Greenskins, led by Malverde, going up against the Dwarfs with Tenor. Now we're going to be playing on the Cliff of Beasts with a very fun matchup. So as we can see here, starting with a tight dwarf build here in the front, we are going to be leading the front line bucket loads of the dwarf warriors in the middle, some here with chevrons, some without. On the flanks, we are going to be having the legendary longbeards here with their immune to psychology, and in the back line, we are going to be having quarrelers, mass quarrelers here that do actually bring good armor and those bronze shields. In the middle, we are going to be having Hansen, and he's a very nice boy here. He's going to be unbreakable, of course, with all those ethereal stats, immune to psychology, and the rest. Converting 375 armor piercing weapon strength with magic damage. So for the Lord choice, of course, Thoric Iron Bell, he's going to be on foot, which is a bit of a bold choice, I must say so. But he's going to be having the Rune of Slowness, the Rune of Speed, the Rune of Breaking, the Rune of Wrath and Ruin, the Rune of Oath and Steel, the Rune of Negation with the Master of Ancient Law, the Rune of Hearth and Home, and then the Forged Fire. I think this is way too many abilities and items, but still nonetheless, he's looking pretty gangster as always. In the back, we are going to be having the legendary organ guns, which just do so much AP damage. They're fantastic to watch as they go. So over on the left-hand flank, really far here, we are actually going to have a caster. It looks like he's overcast already. The Madcap Mushroom's going down already. Don't know why he's taken so much damage over here, but it looks like he's going to be coming with Vindictive Glare, as well as the Sneaky Stealing. So just like we're just going to be spamming Vindictive Glare here on the battlefield. So for the main battle line, we are going to be having Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, very good indeed, with the Forest Spider Rider Archers. Just in case we see any Gyro players, very good to get rid of those. Spider Rider Archers, the Morgus Maggie Marauders, very good there for armor piercing and ITP, and then more Spider Riders. In the backside, we are going to have the Goblin Rock Lobbers. We're also going to have an Orc Shaman, and it looks like some of the Snotling Pump Wagons. So, for the Magic Caster, for the Orc Shaman, we are going to be having only the Gaze of Mork, rather interesting. Now, we are going to have Dab Biggin. Look at the boy here. The Colossus Artillery piece is absolutely fantastic. He brings quite a few items here to the battlefield. He's going to be having the Rubble and Ruin, as well here as Rock Bottom, so he can actually give more ammunition to himself. The Spirit of Gork or Mork, whichever you prefer, is actually going to be giving +4 leadership map wide, and of course, that Terror, which is rather good, even up against the Dwarfs. More Rock Lobbers in the back, more Snotling Pump Wagons ready to go. This is actually going to be the regiment around the Loogie Boogie Spore Sploders. I love the names. I love the names with the Goblin Rock Lobbers. Brilliant stuff. So more of the pump wagons across the battlefield. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a kite here coming forward from the Grumskins. So we're going to be launching forward here. A big rock coming downtown. Maybe what we're going to be aiming for here. Looks like we are going to be coming after the artillery pieces. This is the problem with the organ guns. Of course, they only have 300 range. That can be a bit of a downfall here from the very expensive artillery pieces. That's generally why I bring cannons instead. These bad boys do very well if you want to get rid of like Blackhawks, etc. that are charging the line very quickly. But otherwise, just taking regular cannons is, it's pretty good in this matchup. We do see going on the right-hand flank, we have Spider Riders and the crew getting a nice good surround. As it's going to be the same on the left as well. We have Azag the Slaughterer going to be flying in the sky here on his Wyvern. Love the fact they have access to a Wyvern with the Spirit Leech, Life Leeching, and of course Foe Seeker. So they can make it rather fast in the sky. Just want to get away there from all those gyrocopters and the rest. Organ Fire here going to be spreading good damage up against Azag. Of course, that's going to be permanent. No healing there for him. And it looks like it's just going to be magic going and all sorts of spells getting cast on the organ guns, which is really good stuff. And then you can pretty much just kite the Dwarfs and get rid of their artillery pieces. So I think here actually bringing Thoric Ironbrow on his anvil, giving the Rune of Doom for map wide effects, and then also just a little bit tanky there for the big boy is rather handy. The organ guns sadly too short range, and you could maybe see them actually paying the troll toll here. So we get a bit of a skip on. There's going to be quite a bit of damage in the front. We can see the organ guns really falling rather quickly. Vindictive Glares, also the Spirit there coming forward from the Orc Shaman. Just some really good spell attacks that are taking down the artillery pieces. We charge in the front here, good cycle charging with the Snotling Pump Wagons, including the Loogie Boogies, which are a fantastic name, I must say. So these bad boys, anti-infantry, good armor piercing as well, and they have some extra bonuses. So we're going to be shooting at the front here. The Quarrelers will do some good damage. You've got to be very careful with the Loogie Boogie boys, as they will take some damage over time. They only have 50 armor. Big launch into the backside of the Quarrelers. Quarrelers are now the next targets to take down, now that the artillery pieces have been dealt with. We do see the Snotling Pump Wagons have been dragged down here by the battle axe building legends of the Dwarf Warriors. They're going to be bringing them down to size, chomping them there from the wheels downwards, and certainly bring them down as quickly as possible. We do break there with 3 models still on the battlefield apparently, but you can see one that's going to be getting kind of chomped in the middle. I don't believe they have that much mass, so they are going to get away, but you know, for how long? They're probably going to get shot here by Quarrelers and the rest. So Spider Riders and the Morgus Mangy Marauders going to be shooting into the flanks here of the Longbeards. 100 armor with the bronze shields going to make it rather difficult to take them down. Quarrelers going to be falling at quite some rate. We do see Quarrelers will be a great counter-skirmish tool here up against the Goblin Wolfrider Archers. And in the back here, of course, we do have the Madcap Mushrooms going down on the Night Goblin Shaman, trying to get as many vindictive glares into the front as possible. Small rocks getting shot here, and we can see these nice little type box builds coming forward from the Dwarfs. Don't really like this, especially when you've got a big explosion tool, such as the Rogue Idol. And he's going to be exploding into the middle of the Quarrelers, doing some very nice damage indeed. So we do actually have the Quarreler Bolts firing across the battlefield, trying to hit here back into the Goblin Wolfrider Archers, doing some pretty good damage. But as we can see, spreading right into the backside here, the Quarrelers are taking quite a bit of damage. We've really got to protect these. I think the Dwarfs here being a little bit too slow. Actually want to probably get one of these compromising the big gun. Of course, you're going to lose it, but it's going to stop them firing up against your Quarrelers. Dwarf Riders and the crew are going to be charging forward here up against the Snotling Pump Wagons. Wyvern in the sky here with Azag still going pretty strong. Balance of power now is going to be tipping into the Greenskin favour. In the back here, going to be skirmishing 3 units of the Kite from the Greenskins, doing some pretty good damage overall. Chip damage really will help. The bronze shields will negate damage, but they won't prevent damage. So you can see just more kiting here, finishing off the Quarrelers. They do have 80 armor and the bronze shields, so they should be able to hold. Spirit Edge going down on the nice ethereal hero. He's not really going to have any protection there, sadly. He's going to charge in, try and see if we can take down the big one. I think the hero's a little bit late, but we are going to be getting in nonetheless, doing all the damage. We definitely wanted to get an immediate charge here up against the big boy. And of course, as he takes more damage, he's going to do more damage, but he's going to lose that armor, so we can shoot him down here with the crossbows. So we can see most of them fighting here. The Rogue Idol is actually going to have the Rune of Slones on. He's going to be rampaging as well, so we should be able to finish him off rather quickly. In the backside here, we are going to have the Snotling Pump Wagons breaking up against the Dwarf Riders and Longbeards. The Loogie Boogies do get away here to Boogie just a little bit more, but the nice crew here, the Spider Riders and the rest, are going to have quite a clumsy Dwarf build. So they're going to be firing and doing some really, really good damage up against a multi-entity unit. Skirmish just get quite a little bit unfortunate there coming forward from Malverde, but we're also going to be seeing a break thanks to the terrifying of the hero there. Of course, that ethereal status rather handy up against Greenskins with such low leadership. But the Goblin Rock Lobbers here firing in the back. The Orc Shaman just holding true. Looks like we've been overcasting a considerable amount. And in the back here, we do actually have the Night Goblin Shaman, who can actually wait a little bit here and just help push off a couple of elements that are coming in his direction. So we're going to be firing into the middle, doing some good damage up against the Great Weapon Dwarf Warriors. And we have more of the Dwarf Warriors coming forward. We see Balance of Power just more and more pulling into the favour here of the Greenskins. As that's going to be flying around, I believe. Oh no, he doesn't have magic damage. He doesn't. So he can fight here up against Thoric Ironbrow. He's going to take him down rather quickly. He does have immune to psychology thanks to the Rune of Hearth and Home. So we're not going to be able to take him down too quickly here. But arrows are going to be firing in. Not too good up against a single entity, but very good up against a multi-entity unit. Do see quite a few units charging up against the big one, but of course we don't have the Lord choice here, so no ITP. We're going to thump through pretty damn quickly. Explosion. Oh my god, I love the animations here of the Rogue Idol. Big punch into the floor up against the cannon crews. They're going to break rather quickly. The Longbeards and crew should follow pretty swiftly. Terrified there for the Dwarf Warriors. The ITP Longbeard is going to be fighting up against the big Chungus, and we can see here he's going to be pulling as much punch as he can here up against the Dwarfs. So they're going to falter there on leadership. The main battle line now could get compromised by the Boogie Boys. We do see the Lord Choice falling here up against Azag. Balance of Power is going to be heavily pulling in the Greenskin favour. Just teetering on army losses here, as we do see in the middle. We have the Great Weapons and the Longbeards fighting here alongside the hero here. The Ethereal Boy is going to be charging across. Oh my god, he looks so goddamn gorgeous. This Thane is ready with his battle axe. So many arrows in his chest as he charges up against the skirmish cavalry. It's pretty much going to be him versus the world. He's going to be keeping this build together. Balance of Power actually slightly goes back towards the Dwarf favour. Don't quite know what happened there, but it looks like in the back here, the Loogie Boogie is going to do what they do best. They're going to be running over little stunties as they clear them out here. A little explosion coming from the Boogie Boys as we shatter the Dwarf Warriors. That's going to be army losses. GG's and well played. We are going to have, of course, Hands in the middle, and he should be able to fight rather nicely. It looks like he's going to be taking quite a bit of arrow fire. That is actually going to pull Balance of Power. You've got to be careful there. Firing this many arrows will do damage, Oh my god, big shot to the face there from the big un. And yeah, he's going to get a stomping on. And oh, he actually does kill. Fantastic. The Rogue Idol does fall there. The big un has thrown his last rock. But unfortunately here, the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers are probably going to finish him off in melee combat. 200 left. He could maybe get a terror out here. It is possible. He does terror out one. He's going to be down to 166 HP. He's going to be breaking quite a few units, doing some lovely work indeed. 130, super close here. And he's pretty much just going to falter here, I think. Yeah, big shot there of some magic, and that's going to be the end of the game. So an interesting kite build there coming up against the Dwarfs. I think it's a pretty common strategy there up against most Dwarf players. If you can break the box and remove those ranged pieces really nicely, and really good experience there coming from Malverde. You take care of the organ guns. You lose that primary range, and you then start taking down the quarters. And pretty much the Dwarfs have to chase you. They don't really have a choice. And that's where you say 318 kills, 3,300 for the Rogue Idol. The big un really living up to the name. We do see here Azag the Slaughterer, 2,460, very good stuff, 205 and 250 there for the York Shaman. 125, 160 with 120, 160, 111 there for the Forest Spider Riders. The Morgramangi Marauders coming in at 588. So we do see 297, 574 there for the Snotling Pump Wagons. And the Loogie Boogie Boys coming in at 550, 950, 780 and 1,100 there for the Goblin Rock Lobbers. Really like this, good kite build up against the Dowie, and it really did reign true. I think very expensive though on Thoric Ironbrow. Probably only take 2 of the runes plus him on an anvil. Really does help, gives of course fear plus all those many attacks. It's just really good there on the battlefield. And then you can certainly whittle down a few items. It's not too much terror. You probably wouldn't expect to have terror from Azag and then also the Rogue Idol. So ITP, take it, leave it. It's really up to you. But 830 there for him. 1,270 here for Hans. Quite like the Hans pick. He's a rather nice entity to bring. 470, 170, 230, 99 and 360 for the Dwarf Warriors, with 185 there for the Great Weapon variant. 200, 170, 175 there for the Longbeards. Corons coming at 500, 122, 117 and 380. Organ Guns, 105, 170. Sadly not too much. They got targeted really early on, and that's why I generally prefer cannons with 440 range. But other than that, I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you did, please smash that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves. See you all soon.